What's going on, everybody? The Glad Dad back in the booth again. Once again on this beautiful Friday night here at Watkins Glen. It's like we've got 13 drivers here, 14 drivers, excuse me, one just joined. 14 drivers set to take the field tonight for 82 laps here. Let's take a look real quick at the point standings here as they fall. Looks like Malik Ray in the lead right now with Daniel Falkingham in second. Third place, Tristan Bruce. Stephen Miles in fourth. Brandon Broadfoot taking over fifth place. Jeff Merkins sixth. Matthew David Wood seventh. Casey Sprinkle in eighth with Keith Haley ninth. Ed Osborne 10th. David Flanagan in 11th. And Adam Lichty in 12th. And that's just in the chase right now. Below the cut line, we've got Kenny Reel, Matthew Cummins in 14th, and Kenneth McCullough Jr. in 15th place here. Now, Kenny Reel does have a win here, but, you know, he's still 6 points below the cut line, so he's got to have some good runs here these next few races, as he is not in the lobby tonight, unfortunately. And for the sponsor, the Summer Sizzler 200 here at Watkins Glen. Oh, man, it's going to be awesome. I do love me some Watkins Glen. We've got qualifying underway, so let's get down trackside here as we've got Daniel Falkingham on the move right now. Going to get ready to take the green flag as he just came out of the carousel. Ed Osborne, is around. Matthew Wood, fastest in practice. There's some speculation that Matthew Wood will win this race tonight. We shall see, as we've only got 3 minutes left here in qualifying. They get one lap here. Casey Sprinkle on track. And Chandler Matthews going down through the bus stop. David Flanagan around the carousel. And let's see here. Looks like Chandler Matthews has already taken a lap. Bobby Brill is on his hot lap here. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Love me some Friday nights. Love me some Fridays because it's the last work day for me. Let's see what Bobby Brill's going to put down. Brill with the first time here. Then Matthew Wood with a 1 minute 11.876. Anybody going to outdo him? Let's see. David Flanagan about to cross the start-finish line. David should be pretty fast here. And up to second, about a second slower to Matthew Wood. Daniel Falkingham crossing that finish line here for his lap. What's it going to be for him? As he's going to take the pole right now. He's sitting up top with a 1 minute 11.69. Jonathan Cofield going around the last couple of corners. From Munford, Alabama, I hear you. I'm an Alabama native myself. Now crossing the start-finish line, what's it going to be? Jonathan Cofield. I've got him winning tonight. So we're going to see what he can do here. It looks like he's going to be fifth fastest. 1 minute left. And who do we have? Looks like Michael Pambrun coming around the carousel for his timed lap. Looking pretty snazzy here. Oh, coming to the bus stop. Sorry, he was coming up to the S's. Now round through the carousel. See what his time's going to be. And then we got Dustin Cowan about to cross the start finish line as well. Brandon Broadfoot just a tick behind here. See where Michael Pambrun can qualify his way in. 8th place. And Brandon Broadfoot not going to be able to make it. That's unfortunate. Dustin Cowan with 9th place. Unfortunate some of these guys wasn't able to get their laps down. So now we're going to get ready to grid this puppy up. So you know what time it is? I know what time it is. I'll let you know. It's grid time. Starting on the pole, the 39 of Daniel Falkingham. To his outside, Matthew Wood. In row number 2, Casey Sprinkle with David Flanagan. Row 3, Jonathan Cofield with Bobby Brill. In row 4, Ed Osborne and Michael Pambrun. Row 5, Dustin Cowan with Chandler Matthews. In row 6, Malik Ray with Ethan Eckert. In row 7, Trevor Aswarnot with Brandon Broadfoot. And taking over the 15th position, Keith Haley. Take a look here at the weather. 93-degree track temp. A little spicy out there. Not real bad. 6 mile an hour winds out of the northwest. And 2.42 miles here at Watkins Glen. Pit road speed limit is 40 miles per hour. And of course, yours truly in the booth, the Glad Dad. Take a look here at the race rules. 3 sets of tires, no fast repairs, 82 laps here tonight at Watkins Glen, and 100% fuel. Yes, Ronnie, we're having some right turns tonight. You know you like them rights and them lefts. Got a pretty good field here tonight, 15 drivers. Getting ready to take this beast on. So I hope you guys and gals got a good snack here with a really good drink, because it's going to be a long show here. Coming up to the last 2 corners, and then we're going to get this thing underway. How we doing, Jordan M? All right, folks, are we ready? The pace truck's going to be heading down this time. As we're getting ready to go green, green, green. And there it is. The flagman waving it right now, side by side as they head down into turn number 1. Any bold moves going to be made right now? We're going to have to wait and see here. Yeah, it looks like Daniel Falkingham going to take the lead real quick like. As look off the back, Matthew Wood all on the rear bumper of Daniel Falkingham. side by side. The 31 is with the 58. And it looks like Flanagan's going to take the spot away. Actually keep the spot. Cofield was trying to take it. Top three drivers pretty close together here. Looks like, who's that? Casey Sprinkle. What's going on? Nino, first time chatter here. Casey Sprinkle dropping back just a little bit here. It's Matthew Wood still to the back bumper of Daniel Falkingham. And where's Brandon Broadfoot? Oh man, Matthew Wood sideways through the bus stop, keeps it saved and doesn't even lose any ground whatsoever. Brandon Broadfoot already up 4 positions from where he started. Take a look here at Brandon Broadfoot as we got him on webcam tonight. Pretty good, pretty quick. Got nice pace. Coming up through the last corner here. Daniel Falkingham with the fastest lap. Top two still close together here. Casey Sprinkle's kind of dropped back as David Flanagan's trying to roll these centers, have enough momentum here. He's trying to catch Casey Sprinkle. As we're looking here from David Flanagan to Casey, his last lap was a half a second quicker than Sprinkles, so he's definitely on the move. Casey Sprinkle off the track just a little bit as Flanagan's just closing in. Markland, hey, gotcha. Check on Jonathan Cofield right here. He's still up in the mix here with the 31 of Flanagan. Ed Osborne got Trevor Aswarnot. Trevor's already moved up 6 positions here. Having some nice pace out of that Ram truck. Oh, a little slideways there as they're going up through the S's. And then check on Keith Haley. He's already up 4 spots as well. Last lap, 1 minute 17 versus the leaders, 1 minute 12. So he's just in conservation mode right now. Bobby Brill and Ed Osborne battling it out here. Positions were gained and lost right there. Ethan Eckert to the back bumper of Trevor Aswarnot. Man, I thought there was going to be a move being made right there between the 012 and the 89. Ooh. A little straight there from the 012. Ed Osborne off the track. Oh, and sideways. Gonna get going again. Here comes Keith Haley. Barreling down on him. Haley looking, trying to make the move here. Kind of slowed down just a little bit. Bobby Brill now off the track, but that was through the bus stop. There we go. 89. Now losing a spot here. Yep, now he's going to lose a spot to the 012. Nice move there being made by Ethan Eckert. As we move back up front, we still got these guys right here, and they're pulling away. Daniel Falkingham with Matthew Wood. Matthew not letting Daniel get away from him. They ran the identical lap times last lap by. Both ran 1 minute 12.47. That's incredible. Consistency out of these top two. As David Flanagan still trying to close up the gap here to Casey Sprinkle. It's closing up just a little bit here. He's got it down within 9/10 of a second. Flanagan not too good on the bus stop compared to Sprinkle. Sprinkle kind of pulled away just a little bit. River Aswinot off the track just a little bit. And let's go back up here, Casey Sprinkle. Sprinkle a little bit better in the more technical corners. But the raw speed, like out of this corner right here and heading down in the, or up the S's, Flanagan's a good bit better. As you can see, he's almost got it closed up now. Let's check on Matthew Wood. Actually, let's get on board here with Matthew Wood. They're getting ready to head to the bus stop. Slowing it down at the 450 mark. All the way up against the wall, cutting the grass. Not going to be any grass left after this. Boy, they're really pushing hard. You can hear their tires screaming as they go up over the rubble strips, way out towards the wall, to maximize that drive off. Matthew Wood, 2/10 faster last lap. And Daniel Falkingham, as they're coming across the start-finish line now, we'll take a look at his lap times compared to Daniel. And Daniel a couple of hundredths faster. Boy, they're talking about some wheelmen right here. These top two are wheeling around this track. David Flanagan now taking the spot away from Casey Sprinkle, moving himself up into third. This cat's got some speed. You can see the more technical corners, Casey Sprinkle's a tick better. And in the more speed trap style corners, looks like Flanagan's a little bit better. Out of that corner, he's a little bit better. Up through these next two, he's pretty good too. Keith Haley and Michael Pambrun here. That's for 12th and 11th. Michael's in 11th place. Keith Haley's in 12th right now. Bobby Brule all over the back of Ethan Eckert now in that 012. Waiting for him to make a mistake. Oh, and there he goes, going to scrape that wall there out of the exit of one, going up through the S's. Down into the bus stop. dust flare up there. Oh, we got a driver off the track. That's Chandler Matthews in the 14. Gonna get going again. Broadfoot trying to close in on Trevor Adswornot. Having a nice run tonight. I mean, Brandon Broadfoot's currently 5th in the points. And this road course really going to help him out. Yeah, trying to loosen that truck up. You're exactly right. And it'll definitely do it. Hitting that wall like that. Ethan Eckert up in the grass. That 8's all over him now. Jonathan Cofield getting off track just a little bit here. As he's lost connection to Casey Sprinkle, who's still up there ready to pounce on the 31 if something happens to the 31, but Flanagan, he's been pretty good. Haven't really seen any mistakes out of the 31. But I mean, I know we're only on lap 11 here, folks. And Matthew Wood, well, they've got a lap car right here in front of them. Looks like that's Dustin Cowan. They're gonna go underneath him here in the carousel. As Woods kind of closed up a little bit, closed up about a 10th. We're heading down into turn number 1. Matthew Wood and Daniel Flanagan right here. Going up through the S's. They're going to have a competition caution there, Pubert. Down this long straight here, getting ready to go through the bus stop. We're going to see how close he gets to this wall. And real close. Nothing but slide going on here. What's going on, Tim Boyce? Yeah, lap 21 competition caution. I thought it was a little bit later than that. I didn't know exactly what lap it was. Casey Sprinkle off track just a little bit here. Jonathan Cofield as well. Jonathan still losing now. He's over 4 seconds back from Sprinkle now. As we got a little bit of a battle starting to happen here between the 8 and the 012. Looking off the back, you got that King of Beers right there, that Budweiser car. Budweiser truck, excuse me. Ethan Eckert pretty good in that corner. And really sliding those tires too. I'm not sure these tires are gonna last. Man, he was really, really up in the RPMs there. Oh yeah, Lacey's son, yeah. And what's going on, Kid Hoff? Well, Daniel Buckingham's pulled it to almost a second now. no mistakes out of these front two whatsoever. They're still running identical lap times here. 1 minute 12.81. Down the long stretch here, definitely in the draft for Wood. Going down through the bus stop, and he definitely scraped the wall. I heard as he went by. No damage, of course. Flanagan and Sprinkle still real close together. Coming out of the carousel, opening that way up, even over the grass. Whatever they can do to keep that momentum is what they're doing. Got a ton of black marks there. A lot of trucks been sliding through that corner. And this one apparently. Nice downshift there, really close that gap up. Brandon Broadfoot was trying to close down on Trevor Asper. Now he's almost, well, he's 4 seconds back. Not sure what happened there to Brandon. Definitely lost some momentum, or Trevor decides he wanted to pick it up a notch, which looks like it may be the case. Last lap, he ran his fastest lap of his of this race so far, of his race. Oh, Bobby Brill off track. Whoa, sideways here. Saves it though, man. What a wheel man. Trevor Aswell little slow here. Take a look back up front as Woods got it back down to a half a second. Buckingham better watch out. I think Lacey's son is going to call it here tonight. No doubt about it. These drivers right here pulled to, I'm going to say 15 seconds here. 15 seconds ahead of third. As Flanagan's actually pulled away from Sprinkle just a little bit. A little over a second. 1.1 as a matter of fact. Check on Keith Haley back here in 12th, still in 12th. Having a smooth night. Not trying to go crazy. Just trying to survive. 82 laps here is a ton. As looks like we've got an issue here with Dustin Cowan. Take a look at it real quick like. See what happened to Dustin. Looks like maybe a downshift. Oh, as the 8 goes by. Nice situational awareness by the 8 of Bobby Brill. Trevor Aswell sitting fancy here in 8th place. As Brandon Broadfoot's closed up almost 2 seconds here on Trevor. Trying to get her going. We've only got 3 more laps till the competition caution. Glen get past Haley back there. Casey Sprinkler trying to do the same thing. Casey's still in 4th though. Still has a pretty good pace. And he's running 1 minute 14s right now. The leader's running 1 minute 13, so not off pace by much. As Ed Osborne's running 1:15s. He's got the leader all over the back of him right now. That is Daniel Buckingham coming up. Going up the track, not to impede the leaders whatsoever. As the 39, the 21 go on by, and we're getting back to racing. Matthew Wood just having a hard time here trying to catch him. Well, trying to close it up. Maybe just trying to survive here to the competition caution, get some fresh tires here. We got 3 sets. And then go back to battling once again. But Daniel not able to pull away at all. I think Matthew Wood, I think he's just biding this time, honestly. If we're being honest here, because I was watching him in practice. He was looking good. That grass is making the truck very unsettled, but doesn't seem to be bothered them. They just kind of counter steer and go back at it. You can see he's turning just as much left as he is right, trying to do a bunch of counter steer here. And not a fantastic corner there by the 21. Really good entry there by Matthew Wood. As the caution will wave. What's going on, Captain Grizzly? Welcome to the show. We got a long night here of rights and lefts, you know, your favorite. Daniel Buckingham has led every lap. '21 of the 21. Grabbed it and has not looked back. Well, he's probably looked back as in his mirror, because Matthew Wood has been there the entire time, within a second for sure. Most times about a half a second. So I'm sure pit stops will be made right here and some fresh tires. I'm curious to see really what their tires looked like, because I feel like they really pushed hard. That grass doesn't make it easy on these tires either. You know, because it kind of unsettles the truck. They turn sideways, they start sliding. counter steering, all that burns those tires up. We'll see what they do here. I'm sure they'll pit. You know it. Got some other drivers that didn't pit though. Well, that's because they're getting a wave around. Brandon Broadfoot, there he goes, down pitting. Ed Osborne staying out. He's going to get the old wave around. So will Michael Pambrunt. Which will be just fine. Here we go. Now everybody getting in their box. Left side's going up on the trucks, and right sides will be as well. Just curious what their tires look like. Daniel Falkingham winning the battle off pit road. Pretty much going to be exactly the same as they went in. Matthew Wood second, David Flanagan, sorry. Ed third with Casey Sprinkle, Jonathan Cofield, Bobby Brill. Bobby Brill is going to be sitting pretty here with some fresh tires. He started sixth, has been running sixth, so I think he's been running pretty dang good. Jonathan Cofield as well, part of pit's running fifth. And I do believe Brandon Broadfoot, though, is in probably the best spot here. Started 14th, running 7th right now. And has got the pace, believe me, he has got the pace. Been watching his lap times. He's got top 5 pace for sure. But everybody nice and courteous here. It's usually like that here in this league. Super clean league. Very, very competitive. You're kind of seeing what people have and what they don't have as far as road course skill. You know, you can tell some people just don't like it. They're trying to survive back here. Keith Haley, I watched Keith Haley in practice. I know he's definitely faster than what he's been running. He's just trying to survive for points wise. And as Ed Osborne with the lucky dog. Michael Pambron, he's pretty fast in practice, and he's going to get the wave around. Got to go around a long way to catch back up. They're coming out of turn number 1 now. They'll be able to do it quickly though, as 65 miles per hour is pit speed, or pace speed here. Well, looks like it's 60 miles per hour, excuse me. Now, we need Brandon Broadfoot, so he's 5th in the points, which I can pull that up right now. Show the top 15 after race number 3. As you can see, Broadfoot in 5th place. He's running 7th right now. Stephen Miles isn't here, nor is Tristan Bruce. Malik Ray is a start and park. So Falkingham, he's going to gain a pretty good amount of points here if he can win this race. And I think the winner here is going to be Brandon Broadfoot. I mean, he's got Matthew Wood, though, is in 7th. So they're both, I think, going to move up some spots. You can see Matthew Wood, the change from one race to the next. Up 5 position. Casey Sprinkle up 6 spots here. So there's going to be a lot of shuffling in the point standings in week number 5 when we go to Richmond. But the lights are off on the pace truck. Got 2 more corners left. He's going to be heading off, and we're going to go back green flag racing. Here's to see what these boys have got now that everything's kind of reset here. They're on a level playing field once again. 21's got to get it together. He's just letting Buckingham lead the way right now, but I guarantee he's got a winning truck. Buckingham now with the lead. They head down into turn number 1. The 31 there to the 21. Gotta be careful, boys. These tires are cold. Bobby Brill, Brandon Broadfoot here, trying to keep up with these guys up front. Who do we have right there? Jonathan Cofield. He's at the back of this little lead pack right here. Got to be careful. Bobby Brill overshot that. That's going to open up the gap here for Brandon Broadfoot as he's to the back of the 8. Opening up that carousel. He's going to be all over the back of the 8. Oh, Bobby Brill overshooting it just a little bit. Brandon very patient with him though, very patient. Jonathan Cofield was able to get around Casey Sprinkle. And the top 2 are off and up out. Well, Flanagan's trying to make the move as well. They pulled away from him a little bit, but he's still there up in the battle. As Casey Sprinkle got a slowdown for cutting the course, that's going to open up the door for Bobby Brill. And dang, Brandon Broadfoot losing a spot here in 8. Got some ground to make up. See what happened here to Brandon Broadfoot. Allowed him to lose those spots here. Looks like something happened at the bus stop. Late break. Oh, and around she goes. Don't hit the wall. Just a little bit. Just a little love tap. He backs it up, gets it back going once again. As Matthew Wood just ran the fastest lap of the race. 1 minute 11.86. Now that's blistering fast here. But Daniel Falkingham just ran a 1 minute 12 flat. So 0.2 faster. It's Matthew Wood. He's all over the back now, Falkingham. Come on, Matthew. Got to give this Coke driver a run for his money here. Head down into turn number 1. Getting ready to make that pounce. Really opening up these exits here on these more technical entries, these slower entries. Up through the S's, tires squalling all the way up against the wall. And we'll see just how close he gets to the wall on the entry of the bus stop, which is coming here in 3, 2, 1. Let's check on third place here. Flanagan doing good here. Now running in the 1:12. Cofield as well. So is Sprinkle. Sprinkle just ran his fastest lap of the race. Easily top 5 truck here. But quite a bit off here of Cofield. Looks like right at 2 seconds. Cofield trying to run down that 31 machine. And we won't hold it against Jonathan Cofield, but he's an Auburn Tigers fan. You can see the A and the U right there. Auburn Tigers. I mean, he is an Alabama native, so I don't blame you. You're either a Crimson Tide fan, University of Alabama, or University of Auburn Tigers. Like I said, I won't hold it against Jonathan Cofield at all, even though I'm an Alabama fan. And these two still playing cat and mouse, the 21, the 39. You almost can't see the front bumper of the 21. He's getting that close. This is the closest he's been all race, consistently. Those drivers doing a heck of a job. At this point, I don't even care who wins. That's how good they're driving. Matthew Wood in that Outlier Speed Co paint scheme. Put up through the S's here. And we've got 52 laps to go. It's gonna be a long race tonight. Still about a half second away from Daniel. And as we look here at David, 1 second back now is Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan really trying to close that gap. And it looks like Jonathan was 4/10 faster that last lap by. But David Flanagan was. Sprinkle's still in the battle too. He's back there right behind Cofield. He's caught back up. Sprinkle doing a pretty good job. As we're pretty much at about 12 p.m. now, there's no shadows really underneath the truck. So should be at the hottest, man. The flagman right there is getting sunburned, no doubt about it. As we take a look here at the weather, 91 degrees on the track still. Four-tenths of a second now. Buckingham to Wood. Coming up on lap traffic. Looks like it's going to be Chandler Matthews there. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that's Michael Pamperon, sorry. As he's got that Forever Rowdy emblem on his trunk lid there. As you can see, he pulls over. Very nice call there from the 51. Now that's how you do it. Pulls out of the way, lets the leaders go by. Half a second gap now between Wood and Buckingham, which is waiting for him to make a mistake, but I'm not going to say that Buckingham's going to even make a mistake. I think the trucks here are the most fun at Watkins Glen. I mean, of course, you know, other than say an Indy car or maybe a GT3, something like that, but NASCAR style. I'm not a fan of the Cup cars here. They're just a little bit too wild for my taste. I do like the O'Reilly's cars, but I think the trucks are probably the most fun here around Watkins Glen on the Cup layout. Like something happened to Ed Osborne here. Let's take a look and see what happened. Needs some action here. Ed, show us some action. A nice long drift and then whips her around right there out of the bus stop. Oh! Brandon Broadfoot gets into him as well. Woo! And Brandon Broadfoot done. That's going to hurt Brandon for sure. Definitely not good right there, folks. Cofield lost the spot to Sprinkle. Sprinkle has found some speed here. Way out. I like how they use all the track they can. That's why the lap times are so fast. Buckingham still leading the way, and they're using all those rumble strips there. I mean, the tires are literally touching the grass as they go around. Nose to tail once again. Daniel Falkingham, very consistent. Just the last 2 laps ran the same lap time. Going around the carousel. And a pretty good gap now back to Wood. Whoa! That's going to hurt Wood's momentum there. See it dropping now to 0.7 of a second. I believe that's the 20 of Calvin right there. Yes, it is 20 of Calvin. Wood kind of lost a little bit of momentum. Now he actually gained it back, and going down into turn 1, he really pushed the envelope. Pushed the limits of that truck, trying to get that gap closed back up. Now he's got it back in 0.4 of a second. Wood really, really good in that technical bus stop there. Check out some of these other drivers here. Still close. David Flanagan still in 3rd place with Casey Sprinkle still close by. But the top 2 pretty much nose to tail, 0.4 of a second off one another. When will Matthew Wood make the move? As we're just about halfway here in the race. Using up every little bit of track they've got. As looks like Matthew Wood faster by 1/10 once again. All right, and in the booth with us right now, we've got Brandon Broadfoot. Brandon, kind of walk us through what happened there in that wreck you were involved with. Who was that? Ed Osborne.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate situation, and it kind of got loose coming out of the carousel there. It's a little treacherous coming out of that hill, and then onto that straightaway, and he just got loose, or actually it was the bus stop actually right before the carousel, and he got loose. He was on the brakes, he was on the brakes, which I believe him, and I kind of got into him, and I just lost all steering and hit the outer sidewall and posted the engine, but that's all right. We'll finish, top 12, maybe. Probably won't even drop any further down than a top 11. So
yeah, I think you'll be pretty good here in 11. And as far as points go, like I said, you come in, I said it earlier on in the show, you came in 5th in the points, but you've got some drivers here ahead of you in the points that didn't start the race, like Tristan Bruce and Stephen Miles. So
yeah,
I mean, that's going to help you.
Yeah, we had a couple guys do the starting part where they paid their entry and they started. They'll get credit for a point. But when you have guys like Malik Ray, he actually joined the session and paid his entry. He'll get 15 place points out of that. So.
Oh yeah, it definitely helps, especially when you're leading the points.
Oh yeah, he's got a good, nice cushion up there on first at the moment over. I believe it's Daniel Falkingham, last time I checked.
Yep, and I can pull up the points here for you to see the top 15 here. Yeah, looks like 32 points. And here we go. We go from gap from first. Yeah, 32 points back behind Malik Ray. So if he wins this race today or tonight, it's really going to close up that gap between him and Malik.
Yeah, because I believe he got the competition caution bonus points of 5. So if he wins this, he gets a total 15 plus the 45 he won. So he could definitely close it in going into Richmond next week.
Oh yeah, and then it's going to be I'm going to say it, a slobber knocker next week at Richmond. Man, I love
that child.
I love the trucks at Richmond. I think it's probably the best combo. I mean, other than, say, modifieds or, another short track car. But as far as high horsepower, I think the trucks are probably the most fun there compared to, as far as the NASCAR versions go.
Oh, yeah, and I expect some really good racing next week. We'll be halfway through the regular season. And that's when crunch time is, when people are starting to throw everything they got out there and start racking the points, because 12 drivers heading into the playoffs, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's definitely closing in on playoff time. So we'll just have to see who prevails and who starts to show their hand a little bit more. We definitely got a good battle going on up here in the front with Falkingham and MDW. Those two are pretty good when it comes to road course racing. I know from experience with MDW racing in Series Z, we were in together before this, and he sure is I think he's a road course ringer for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. And honestly, Brandon, this is the farthest back that MDW has been from the back of Falkingham. Before that, it was only 9/10, and it closed right back up to back on his bumper. But man, he may have tried to use his stuff up a little bit too much here. I mean, they were really pushing, as looks like MDW has the fastest lap of 1 minute 11.86. Now I'm just gonna say that's booking it around this track. Yes, but
you're doing something.
They're using up the entire track. Now we can go ahead and get on a ride here with Matthew David Wood. And when I say he's using every bit of the track, this guy right here is actually scraping the walls as he goes by. Oh, there's the 20 there, or the 28 there. Ed Osborne, that kind of hurts him a little bit.
Oh yeah, it did. It kind of messed up his run a bit, but here's the tricky part is these S's. It's not like the ARCA cars where you can hold it down and come out of that last turn. These things are sliding coming off the hill there.
Yeah.
I noticed that for very few runs. And oh yeah, he's really diving in. Oh my goodness, he's getting so close to that guardrail too. I wasn't even getting nowhere near to how close he just did.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is another spot where you're coming down the hill a bit. You're starting to get on throttle and it wants to swing on you, and you have to kind of catch it a bit. But yeah, these guys, what, lap 44? These guys pitted around 21, so you're getting really close into pit stops coming around the corner as well.
And now we're on board here with Daniel Falkingham, and let's just take a look at the way the way he enters. He's nice and slow on the exit, and then nice and slow on entry. Opens it way up here.
Yeah, taking a wider exit.
And let's take a look here. I've got a nice cam set up. Of course, to look here,
beautiful.
I set it up just specifically.
I
set it up specifically for these right-handers going to the bus stop, and they're literally scraping the right side of the truck. Watch this.
Oh yeah, folks, watch this. Barely can fit your palm through that. That's how close these guys are getting to that guardrail, hitting into the.
Oh, looks like Matthew Wood saving a little fuel here. What is this?
Is that clutching I hear?
That is clutching. Yes, sir. They're trying to make
one of the good ones at saving fuel. I believe he did that last week at where were we last week?
Uniballs, you're supposed to know.
Yeah, I know. Where were we last week? Man, a lot happens over a week time.
We were at Charlotte.
Charlotte, yeah, Charlotte.
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but then I had to just go ahead.
Yeah, I was had to break out the phone a bit and see.
No, don't do that.
When you're running a league. Yeah, he's pretty good at conserving fuel. These guys have clutches. I don't have a clutch. I use my clutch as a brake, so.
Oh yeah.
Having to turn off the truck and coast a bit. Oh, here we go. We got another battle between these two, Sprinkle and Flanagan.
Finally, Sprinkle's been trying to close and close and close on the back of Flanagan, and has finally done it. But you know, getting to him's one thing, passing him's another. I mean, you can see these trucks.
As you see David coming off out of the S's there. Out of the S's, that truck is just wanting to swing around on him. He's really having to saw the wheel to keep from that happening. And man, he's really having to fight that wheel right now.
Yeah, these trucks are very loose, Brandon, it seems, on these longer runs. Did the truck feel any different to you on track personally from, you know, the time y'all started? I know y'all started on cold tires, then they kind of, you know, cycled into hot, and then, you know, y'all put it on lap, or caution came out on 21. Did the truck transition any, or was just consistently loose?
Yeah, as we started the race, we had quite a bit of cloud cover, so the grip on the track was kind of unstable. Oh, and
the 59.
Sprinkle's really locking it up there. Saved it. Holy cow, what a save.
And still sideways.
Oh my goodness, these guys are really looking forward to pitting here, because on that first run we did about 21 laps, my right front was at 85. A lot of guys were really diving in there to where it was down to in the 70s, so we got the sun peeking out now, so that should help out with a little bit of grip, but it's, yeah. The handling was different. I was actually hitting my fastest lap times there before getting in that incident with Ed Osborne. But yeah, these guys definitely are dealing with a different handling. Man, how Wood just comes out of that corner right there. I don't know how they do it.
You can tell it's about high noon out there on track right now, about 12:30 or so, because there's barely any shadows on these trucks. As I mean, there's no cloud cover either. I mean, you can see it once they go down the backstretch and such. The sun's just beating down on the top of the truck.
Yeah, these guys were, I was hearing in the radio as most guys were saying the sun's out. When I'm in one corner, they're in the other, and you have sun popping out in one part of the track, and man, you see how these trucks just dive into those corners right before you hit the chicane. It's unbelievable how you can hold on to it.
I can't do that. I'll be around, I'll be backwards,
Yeah.
I'll be in the wall, upside down, you know.
Yeah, I'm not as skilled as these guys are. I can handle the chicane pretty well. Hopping the turtles there. But some of these guys are just really hanging it out there, and I'm conservative when it comes to that. I'm more conservative, save my tires, and do what I can to get to the end of it.
So usually, to let you know a little secret about me, when I run road courses here in NASCAR, any kind of NASCAR stuff, and it's broadcasted, I'm on every replay. I'm on every replay. It's like, oh, Adam Clapmunter's around. He's into somebody.
I know that feeling.
He's into this. He's into that. He's upside down.
Because the later on the run you go, and you start to feel comfortable when you get your pressed boots on the truck. But once you start getting into a run like these guys are, the truck is starting to do weird things, and you try to figure out, should I raise my brake bias, or should I back up my corners a little bit more, my braking zones? These
Probably
guys,
a little of both.
Yeah, they have a handful. And all you think out there, and if you're out there in the chat, hit it up. That these things are pretty close to what these real truck drivers race. So.
Oh, no doubt. They've got I've got some other leagues where, you know, we're having problems with netcode and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, you fix one problem, you know, you gain another. It's just a constant trade-off. But I really do like the trucks, the way they feel now, the way you set them up, just the way they transition, the way they push and draft. I like them at every single track. I like them.
Yeah, you're always fine-tuning these trucks as the runs go on. There's not a moment in the race when you're not messing with something. You'll be messing with the force feedback, how much your force feedback's happening. You can't really change the offset or the steer ratio in the race, but definitely can with your braking bias if you're having like hard brake zones like these.
Yeah, you know, like you said earlier about 5 minutes ago, about, you know, either doing your brake bias or backing up the corners. Man, these trucks just wake up. They react. You can drive them off the rears. You can drive them on the front. Just whatever you want to do. You know, say you're really, really loose, that you could dial up that brake bias more towards the front, and it's going to make it a little bit tighter. Now, I'm not saying that's going to help you on exit. If it's loose and you burn your tires up, there's little nothing you can do. But if you're loose on entry, yeah, you could raise the brake bias up and definitely help you out. But I mean, you could really feel as the trucks transition throughout a run, just kind of seeing what you've got.
Oh yeah, for sure. And every corner here at Watkins Glen is different. So you could be doing a different braking zone in certain parts of this track here. And like in most races, like at Charlotte or something like that, you know, where you barely use your brakes. But at tracks where it's a lot more tire wear, that's the advantage. But when you have two different types of tracks, when you have a road course like Watkins Glen and having to make adjustments during certain corners versus what you would do at a like a high bank track where you're having to vaguely mess with it during the long run. But here it's you're constantly on it. You're trying to figure out, why am I getting too tight? Whoa, I don't know. My goodness, Daniel Falkingham just brushed that wall. I don't know, you could put a piece of paper between them.
Yeah, these guys are insane.
On these tracks, it's insane. He
And-
jumped out to a 3-second lead on MDW, so MDW is definitely doing something.
And you know, I've been watching here. You know, there's when the run starts happening here. You know, once they took the green on both these times, they were stopping or you know going into the bus stop about the 400 marker. And as the run's going on, they're 500, 550. I mean, they've backed this thing way up. And I mean, you can see. Well, I can see here the timing and scoring. They've dropped from right at 12 laps to running 13 and a half, a minute 13 and a half. So they've dropped off a second and a half here throughout the run.
That's faster than what I was running. So that's like music to my ears if I hit those lap times. These guys are dropping off to that. That's impressive that these guys are really still slinging it around the track. I mean, I was being conservative. I was running mid to lower 114s. These guys are on a different level when it comes to these tracks, running those times.
Well, I can run a 1 minute eventual. That's as good as I can do.
Yeah, I even tried it in practice that I was trying different scenarios, you know. Some guys go with the lower brake bias to where they have more control over their, there's like oversteer or stuff like that. But I tried a higher one and I just could not get it to where I wanted it. So I just kind of settled with the default. So you see pit stops happening now. I figured that these guys are ready to come in. They should be able to go. It's going to be a tight one because these trucks go about 29 laps on a full tank,
so
give or take.
What you're saying is, now just see if I got this correct. We got 29 laps to go. Are they going to race their guts out here, or are they going to try to
conserve?
Yeah, are they going to have to save? Because Matthew Wood, he does have a winning truck. Now,
without a doubt, yeah.
I don't really think he gave it his all once he got up to the back of Buckingham. I think he was very cautious and courteous. But yeah, can he win this thing? Yeah, he can win it.
Oh yeah, he can pull SVG out for sure. I mean, besides, he's not going to be starting all the way to 26, but he definitely has what it takes to beat one of the pros and Daniel Buckingham. But he's got a good gap on him at the moment. We'll see what Wood does here with 4 seconds behind.
Yeah, 4.5 seconds. And
that would be a good battle, though. That's for sure.
Yeah,
be a really good battle.
Matthew Wood was 2 seconds faster down pits, total time and in his box. So should be able to close the gap up, I would think. That is a large gap to do. And they're both very consistent drivers, but we shall see.
And this is the point where should you conserve your tires a bit and then push harder when it gets closer to like maybe 15 to go, or you want to push now and see if, you know, it's kind of a cat and mouse game at this point in the race when you should be green to go on your gas, on your fuel mileage. Tires now, just give it all you got.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. 4.5 seconds here. I have a feeling you're going to have to push pretty hard here for at least the last 20 laps. You're going to have to push as hard as you can possibly push to close that gap up. Because, I mean, Buckingham, he's no pushover. I mean, this guy knows his way around this track. Him and Matthew Wood both running consistent times through the entire run. But I think Matthew's gonna have to try to find that extra little bit here.
This is gonna be interesting to watch here, closing laps, to see what MDW has for Daniel Buckingham. I mean, I don't know if you have camera of MDW, seeing as how focused this guy can be when it comes to running these types of races. His focus is pretty clear to where he just is zoned in.
Yeah, let's see if we can get that up here. He joined a little bit late in the.
I did notice that, so I don't know if it would be able to get him in there,
Yeah.
but his composure is pretty impressive for a 17-year-old.
Yeah, I definitely get him in here real quick.
I mean, this kid is 17 years old. This is by far probably one of the best talents besides, you know, all the pros and stuff.
There we go.
I mean, just look how focused he is. Like, yeah, he has a one of those Formula One wheels. I definitely don't have, but I mean that's more of a good advantage for racing road courses in these, you know, in these stock cars.
He's definitely focused, and look at the way he holds the wheel when he turns. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
Yeah. Yep. That's why I wanted you to bring him in. That way you can see when he does his turns, he's resting his hand on top of the other to kind of give it a break, because he's holding a pretty good grip on that wheel right now.
I can't imagine Brandon running these races like this, a NASCAR race car here with a Formula wheel. Just, I can't do it.
I'm just beyond shocked at how most of these guys do that. You can hear the speed limiter there. These guys are actually, some of these guys are actually early shifting into fourth when they're going up the hill there through the S's. So by the time you're getting to the 500, 600 braking marker, you can hear the speed limiter, or it's just revving up on you, because you're hitting that max point. But these guys are still digging in to pass 5. Some are hitting 4s, 5s.
Take a look back here. David Flanagan still running in the 3rd spot. I mean, he's got Sprinkle close. He's within a second, 1.1 seconds back now. Look off the rear bumper here of Flanagan. Sprinkle's still there. He'll pounce if David Flanagan makes a mistake, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Brandon, I have not seen David Flanagan make a mistake. He's just been nice and consistent. He's running 1 minute 13s right now. He kind of falls off to like a 14 flat or so towards the end of his run, but it's just consistent, lap after lap after lap. He just, I don't know.
Yeah, right before I got the radio head up here, I was hearing David starting to get into a consistent pattern. He was starting to hit his fastest laps the longer the race went. A lot of these guys didn't really agree with the 82 laps, but these guys are putting these laps down in a pretty quick fashion. Oh man, you see Sprinkle got a really good run through the chicane there.
He did, but it'll eat him up here on the exit of the carousel. Watch this.
Yeah, David will get a good run off, unless he takes it wider than him and get an even better turnout. But
Casey did good right there, though.
Yeah, he did. Hold him in his draft, get him braking zone right there.
I do think Casey is faster than the 31, but not as consistent as the 31.
Yeah, I'm seeing like small little hiccups where his spoiler would get a little loose on him, the rear would get loose on him, he would lose a little bit of time. But this is a tough spot to be right here, coming in 1. Some guys are rolling in there in 3rd gear. I was, but at times I would get down to about 2nd. Most guys are getting down to 1st. You can hear the tires really. Oh, you see how wide David is. You're having to feather the throttle going through those corners there.
Ooh, he dove it in there really deep. And he's going to keep it. How about that? Casey Sprinkle doing a fantastic job there. And he's off the throttle. He's clutching it. So he's definitely saving a little bit of fuel here. He must not can make it all the way.
It's going to be interesting to see with these guys. I mean, the amount of pushing these guys are doing as he takes it on the inside here. That's a tough spot to pass right there. Because the guy just gets a good run coming out of that corner. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what these guys have on fuel-wise if they're pushing it so hard right now.
Put the bumper to him. Come on, 59. I'm just playing. He's looking.
Don't hurt to see a couple of bumps and moves, you know.
Well, hey, we've only seen one bump, and it came from Brandon Broadfoot.
That was my special moment for tonight.
That was it. Hey, you only get one because your engine blew.
Yeah. First did not finish race of the season. Hopefully that'll be the only one we have to run into.
Take a look back here. Oh, Jonathan Cofield.
Yeah, he's got a nice little run going on.
Yeah, he does. Top 5 truck. That's going to help him out in the points here. Bobby Brill as well. 28 seconds back, though. Kind of running his own thing. Oh, he's got the leader right here underneath him going up through the S's. He gets out of the way. Just, you know, since you're in here, just want to say that I find that this league is very, very courteous to one another. It really is.
Yeah, for now. we're going to find that on the playoff. We will find that on the playoffs as David Flanagan. Oh, I think he stayed. Did he stay out on that last run, or is he short pitted?
I think he's short pitted.
Not sure if he pitted on that last run. So he might have something up his sleeve here. I mean, we still got 22 laps to go. I mean, anything can really happen. These guys can make a little tiny mistake and he can pounce on it. So we'll see if he'll. Yeah, he's taking tires. So
interesting
see where
call
he ends
here.
out. Yeah.
Interesting call, but he's got a lot of ground to make up now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's definitely he's going to have a lot of work to do here.
But my question is, with that, seeing him do that, and there's only a 1.5 second fall off towards for the entire run, will that give him an advantage though, or will it not? I personally don't see it as an advantage, seeing how, you know, even the fast guys are having a 1.5 second fall off. I don't see where that's an advantage taking tires here, unless you can't make it all the way on fuel. That I'm not completely sure of, because they pitted on lap 29. Can they go 29 laps on tank of fuel?
And that's a good question too, but as we just saw that Flanagan did just go a lap down, so even if he did get back on the lead lap past Daniel Fuckingham for his get back on the lead lap, he still just got to go around the track another time to get around him. So
right, that's why I see the only way that would work is if the leaders had to pit.
Yeah.
If Buckingham, Wood, Sprinkle, and Cofield had to pit, because Flanagan pitted out of the 3rd position.
I'm just really curious on the fuel right now. I mean, I'm shocked to see Wood all the way 5 seconds back. He's got to be. I'm not, you know, in the Discord knowing what he's doing, folks. So don't take it like I'm giving out his secrets or anything. I'm really not. That it could be back there saving just enough fuel to make it to the end, but the way he's driving it right now, doesn't seem like it.
Right. I mean, he's now looking at 6.5 seconds off. But, oh, and there's Jonathan Cofield. Cofield down pit road. So maybe this strategy here of short pitting these guys, what David Flanagan did, maybe it's going to be a little work of art here, because he's about to leapfrog Jonathan Cofield once it comes back around.
Yeah, we're going to find out these last 20 laps for sure. We're going to see who's saving what, who's doing what. We're definitely going to find out who's going to make their moves. We'll have to see if Daniel or MDW pits. And I'm kind of curious on the fuel mileage on that too.
Yep. And JKKSR in the chat, can they make it on fuel? Hey, you know, your guess is as good as ours.
Yeah, we're
maybe
gonna
they
find out
can
for sure.
maybe they can, maybe they can't. You know, we've got some short hitters here, JK, so maybe some strategies in play here. But, I mean, we got Matthew Wood. He's still dropping back. He's, well, let's put it this way. Daniel Falkingham just ran a 1 minute 12.75. And Matthew Wood just ran a second slower than that. So I think he's backing up. He's going to try to make it all the way.
Let's hop on board with him and see if we can discover any like clutching or. I don't hear it in that corner. I don't know if he'll utilize that going down the hill or. Oh, there's a wall there.
I think he's good on fuel. He was clutching at the beginning of this run, Brandon, and
yeah, that's what I noticed right before he entered pit road. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's just tired or he's just trying to put a challenge for himself to gain 6 seconds on Falkingham.
Well, and let's take a look here with Falkingham to see what he's kind of doing here. I mean, he's running a little bit lower RPMs than Wood is right now. In the corners, he's not really shifting anymore. Well, I'll say that.
Signs of slowing down either.
No signs of slowing down. So I think he's going to try to pit, as he is now 10 seconds. Yeah, you heard that right. 10 seconds ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Of Matthew Wood. So Matthew obviously got something up his sleeve here, as Falkingham decides he wants to run a 1 minute 12 last lap, and now 1 minute 13 flat this lap.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel's really dialed it in because Flanagan haven't even got by him yet. So I don't know if putting tires on or a short pit in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Much of a call, but we'll find out.
Well, there's Falkingham up in front of Flanagan, and you know Flanagan's just not. He hasn't been as fast as those top two. So I don't see him making that.
Their own.
But JKKSR in the chat says Daniel must be good too. Then wouldn't be running that fast if he wasn't. You know, not necessarily.
Yeah.
He may be good on fuel, because we've seen Wood saving early, and I did not see Daniel saving. So maybe he's saying, I can't make it. I might as well try to put as much gap as I can between myself and Wood, just in case he can't make it either.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well. He's probably putting enough cushion between him and MDW to enough time to be able to clutch and coast without losing a bunch of time.
I mean, if you look at the gap now, we're at 10.8 seconds and growing a little bit. So we're going to call it 11 seconds here at the end of this lap. And we're running about 40 seconds down pit road. We're going to call it 40 seconds. That's pretty close. 40, 41 seconds down pit road with a splash of fuel to make it. So he's going to have to get as much cushion as he can to try to battle this guy at the end of this thing.
Or this is going to be a dominant race put on by Daniel Falkingham.
Oh, no doubt. He's led every single lap.
I expected it from him. I mean, you know, over the last couple of weeks, is issues he's ran into. I think if he gets a win, which, you know, it's looking like that right now, but anything can change, that he'd be pretty happy to put that W in on the board and gain points on Malik Ray going into Richmond next week.
Yeah, last week in Charlotte, though, he finished, I believe, second place.
Second, but he ended up having a couple of mishaps as well.
Yeah, a ton of issues each and every week that Daniel Falkingham has tried to counteract here and just has not had any luck. So a second last week and potentially first this week is really going to put him, I say, within 15 points of Malik Ray going into Richmond.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's going to be a good battle going to watch all the way to the end of this regular season to see who makes it in. We definitely got some really good tracks coming up too. So
yeah, we do. We got looks like Richmond, and then we've got Kansas. I need to get a schedule put up here to kind of display to the fans. Oh, got a connection issue there with Casey Sprinkle. But we got Richmond, Kansas, and Auto Club. That's the next three. So those are, as far as I'm concerned, those are my three favorite tracks.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a good combination before we head off into an off week for the 24th. And then we're going to come back and crank it back up with
Talladega,
100 laps there. We're going to 2 races, Talladega and Texas, and then we're in the playoffs.
Woo.
Playoffs!
I think these drivers are really going to step their games up. I mean, just like what you said earlier, they're playing nice right now. But if you can't tell me there's not going to be a bump and run if the points come down to it. There's going to be a bump and run.
Oh yeah, and then the bonus points get more
larger,
durable. Like those are like magic. You know, you want that. You want that to build onto your points because the regular season champ will get 20 bonus points to start the playoffs. As Bobby Brill goes off track here.
He does. Oh, and he's going to jump to the pits, and that's not going to be good for him. And Dustin Cowan, something happened to Dustin Cowan. He's got a
meatball flag.
Yep, meatball flag here. And, he's in pit road now. He's been on pit road for a while, looks like. Oh, he just got a meatball flag because his engine blew on pit road while he was getting damage repaired.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. You know how it does.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, you know how it'll crank back up after a while and sit there and run until it overheats.
Yep.
And
that is true.
My flags, they show all that. So Buckingham still in the lead now by 11.7 seconds. I'm just curious here. 13 laps to go. That's a long time, Brandon, to be able to make it on fuel.
I just don't know what's going on with MDW. It's I've never seen a lead this big on him. That's the first.
Well, he just ran a faster lap than Buckingham did that last time by. I mean, we're only talking about a half a tenth here, but still.
I mean, unless he wants to put on a show for broadcast here to thread the needle and get it back up there.
It's going to be a show of a lifetime. If he could pull this off. If he knew that he had to save fuel here to try to make it, and Buckingham just says, hey, I'm going for it, I'll get me a little splash and go, that's going to be crazy. It's going to put them right back in the same area to battle one another.
Yeah, I mean, we got 12 laps to go. It's 2.5 miles around this track. Well, 2.45, but round that out to 2.5, and it's going to be, or 2.42, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, you got a lot of change of elevations too, so that could be really digging into the fuel as well. Have it go up, go down, constantly every lap.
Oh, no doubt. I don't know what, I don't know if there's more. It says altitude 1541, but I'm not sure what the difference is between the start finish line going up the S's and then back down into the carousel. Not sure exactly what that elevation change is, the difference between it, but the track's gone up 7 or 6 degrees here since you've joined the booth here with 30 laps to go. Now 97 degrees.
Yeah, I think it started around 88 or
something like
somewhere around there.
Yep.
So the grip was just weird right off the start of the race, but I think the temperatures rise and these guys start putting grip or laying down a lot of grip on the track as you see the dark spots. It helps out with the entrance and exits. You don't see a whole lot more sliding unless you like really burn up your right rear.
Yep. And as you can see, Casey Sprinkle here has found a consistent area here. He's not following anybody. So, well, and I see that as he gets kind of wobbly there at a 1. But
oh my goodness.
He's not following anybody, so he's kind of chilled out on his lap times. They've become more consistent as he's got a 23-second lead over David Flanagan, who has pitted for fuel and tires. So we know he's good to go.
I mean, I'd be comfortable sitting in 4th, lap down,
okay.
top 5. But you're also thinking, like, what is David thinking? Is Daniel got enough fuel? What these guys up here, 1st, 2nd, are doing? Was that a great call to pit? Force them down pit road to get some fuel? We're going to find out probably around 5 laps to go how much fuel these guys have still left in the tank.
Well, I'm very happy that it actually has kind of turned into a fuel strategy run and or just a strategy here, but it's just unbelievable to me that the first 21 laps, first 30 laps, we'll say the first 30 laps, oh, there goes Casey Sprinkle sideways down in turn number 1. But the first 30 laps, Wood was within a half a second of Buckingham the entire time. And now all of a sudden we're looking back and he's 11 and a half seconds back. It's got to be something here that we're not seeing. Now, we could guess all day long of what's going on here, but
we won't find out until we ask.
has he given up and said second place is good enough for me?
Right. By the sound of it last week, he didn't sound too happy with runner-up finish.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
So I'm just shocked. Like, you know, he was talking about Daniel being one of the guys who probably beat him. Maybe he went in kind of, you know how most people are when they go in and they believe that somebody's going to beat them, and then kind of let their guard down a little bit.
Right. Oh, no, I get that.
I mean, he's still young. He's still got a lot to learn, but on road courses, he's dominant.
I mean, he's pretty good at them left-handers too now. Come on.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at them
left-handers.
left-handers.
Left-handers for sure. Yeah, he's top level with these guys at the pro. It's pretty special to have him a part of the league. And the pros as well. Everybody that's a part of this league, it's pretty awesome to be 4 weeks in, and we've had really good clean racing. Not a whole lot of shenanigans, you know.
Yep.
Everybody came in with their part to do. You know, we've had rules that been implemented over the last few weeks to clean up some things, and I believe we, you know, drive from that.
Oh, that's
head
right.
on to into the regular season and to the playoffs and season 2.
Well, you know, the one thing I like about this league here, it's Synergy, is it is a no BS league. Now, everybody knows what BS is. It's a no BS league, and the rules are very strict, and they're strict for a reason, because the skill level in this league. Oh, Casey Sprinkle sideways again. He just knows out like turn number 1. But anyway, the skill level, I've got everybody's iRating wrote down that's in this race. I know everybody's iRating. I knew what to expect coming into this thing. Watched them in practice for an hour, but I knew it was going to be a shutout with some of these other guys. But anyway, in general, the skill level here, whether it's oval, road, short track, it doesn't matter, is you're expected to perform at a certain etiquette, at a certain skill level, a certain sportsmanlike conduct. And this league really, it shines with that, really. I mean, we've had a couple of things where you guys have had to clean up, but look at it now.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, and
I
agree
it's
with
awesome.
that. I agree with that. It takes a whole team to do it, you know, from
It does.
not just from me, from the admins to the drivers. Drivers know what to expect. You know, every league has their set of rules, but it's almost similar to every league. But there's some things that some leagues don't dial into. Like you want to make your race perfect or your league perfect. There's not a perfect league out there, but in order to make good racing, good brand, you know, put on a good show, you got to have those strict rules throughout the whole series. You have to be consistent with it too. Not saying, you know, there's some rules that need to be changed or tweaked along the way. We're in the process of doing that. As you know, last couple of weeks we had to tweak a few things because the driver's voice matters, you know, their opinion.
Absolutely.
And that's what I like, you know, give me the advice, give me ideas, stuff like that, and we'll implement it. But as far as rules, as you know, retaliation and being more respectful to the admins, that's the top thing, because respect will gain you a long way, you know.
That's right.
So if you can't do that, then this is the place for you.
Well, you know, and not necessarily, I mean, yes, respect for the admins, but respect for all the drivers you're racing against.
Absolutely.
You know, and race how you want to be raced. That's the main thing here. Is for any league here at iRacing or any other simulator that you run into is race the way you want to be raced. You know, if you're dirty, expect to get it paid back. Now, there's a fine line there that you may or may not cross as far as it's considered retaliation, but you know, you guys are on top of that. That's really what makes this league great. I mean, look, the worst thing we had in this league since we've started was a couple of wrong numbers on cars. I mean, that's pretty dang good, Brandon. That's pretty good.
And that's still like I'm when it comes to that, I'm just like other people who want the broadcast to look just like normal NASCAR. We want this close to it. We don't want to have numbers on your truck on the broadcast. It's hell. You know, it's frustrating. It can be annoying at times as well. But it goes back to building a foundation. I built a foundation. I've laid out all the rules, what to expect from me and what I expect from the drivers.
Right.
And we've so far, knock on wood, have really dialed it in. And you know, the ceiling is, or the sky is the limit. So there's things we can work on as we go on. But these guys are really handling it right. They're coming to the drivers' meeting on time. They are really doing great with the whole new choose rule. Getting that dialed in. I mean, there's a lot of good at this series, and these guys take it like I do. It's a job. It's not just a hobby, but it's a job. What you put money into it, and you want to race for money, that's a job at that point. So a lot of these guys are focused, concentrated. They want to do their job right. They don't want none of the BS, like the complaining and all that stuff. Leave that at home. Leave that outside of the race. When you're in the cockpit, you need a race. That's what I expect out of all the drivers.
Well, you know, money is not easily earned here, and to put it up each and every week, I mean, we're not talking about chump change here, folks. We're talking, you know, weekly fees, championship fees, payouts. The payouts here at Synergy are unbelievable. I mean, a lot of money goes in and out of the league constantly, and these guys take it really, really serious. That's why they perform on this top level. And, you know, Brandon and the other admins have built it, and now it's time to maintain it, time to tweak it. We've got good admins, good race control. Everybody's constantly staying on top of it, and it's really speaking volumes right now.
And it's really good to have these pros in here as well, because they are setting an example as well for a lot of drivers to learn from. Like, they can learn things from drivers below their skill level, and like guys like me, when I'm racing, I'm learning from these guys. These guys get in front of me, I'm learning how to run their lines, you know. Learn from the best, then you can beat the best. And that's why I didn't really put a cap on any of the, you know, the rating and stuff like that, because a lot of guys out there want to learn and want to, you know, better themselves, and this is a great place to do it. From 0 to whatever the highest one is, as long as you can, you know, hold the line, race clean, don't complain all the time, show that you belong here, then you're a part of the family. So
yeah, you'll do just fine. I promise you. You'll fit in.
All right. It looks like, yeah, I don't see Wood unless something insanely happens to him, or Daniel Falkingham.
Well, Daniel's coming out of the corner now to grab that white flag. You can see it waving right there, boy. One more time around here for Daniel Falkingham in that 39 PGR Esports machine. And looks like he's just hauling butt.
He's not letting down either. He wants to go. He wants to get to the checkered flag. And these guys are going to knock this out in less than 2 hours. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah, this race has kind of ran about the same as the normal ovals. Believe it or not, I mean, it felt like it was 4 hours long, Brandon. I'm not going to joke around with that, but yeah, it's about 2 hours. I mean, we're going to finish up about 10 o'clock again, like we do each and every week. So,
I mean, as much as Daniel whipped around that lap, just now coming to taking the checkers, just a minute. It's awesome.
And here we go out of the final corner here. It's going to be Daniel Falkingham with the victory here for the Summer Sizzler 200. There we go, got it right.
That's a much needed win for him.
Yes, it is. And Matthew Wood coming out. 21 crossing the start finish line. Casey Sprinkle. Oh, he's coming up through the S's. He's still got a long ways to go here.
He's got to get around there.
A whole lap. Daniel Falkingham will be around by that time to do his burnouts.
And these guys are going to feel comfortable going into Richmond next week with their points after tonight.
Oh, it's going to be, some of these guys, Brandon, are going to be very comfortable. And JKKSR in the chat says, looks like fuel wasn't an issue. Yeah, looks like it wasn't. They were able to make it that whole 29 laps, which Brandon thought they should have been able to make it. But maybe they were about a half a lap short, because some of these guys, I did see them clutching. So they were very, very close. But Falkingham just put down an absolute beating tonight on these guys.
Just curious when we asked Wood what happened, like unless he like caught some damage that we didn't see. Yeah.
I'll interview Casey Sprinkle. I got some questions for him, and we'll let you get MDW.
Works for me.
And here we go now on the front stretch. We're gonna do some burnouts here. We're just gonna make the truck look nice and crispy here.
Go park it at the you hear Evan.
Casey Sprinkle with a drive-by with the number 1 out the window.
Out the window, yeah. Passing the torch.
All right. Looks like Daniel Falkingham, he's just going to park it right there, look pretty, take some pictures. And while he does that, let's get here into the race results. So we had 82 laps here, Brandon. Daniel Falkingham led 82 laps to bring it home in the number one spot. Matthew Wood finishing second here. And Casey Sprinkle in third. David Flanagan never did regain that third position after having a pit. Going to take it home in fourth. Jonathan Cofield in fifth. Ed Osborne, nice finish for him in sixth. Keith Haley, nice finish for him as well in seventh place. Michael Pambrun, eighth. Bobby Brill, ninth. Dustin Cowan, 10th. Brandon Broadfoot finishing 11th. Ethan Eckert, 12th. Trevor Aswinot, 13th. Chandler Matthews, 14th. And Malik Ray, 15th. Pole position, Daniel Falkingham. Fastest lap, Daniel Falkingham with a 1 minute 11.799. Most laps led, Daniel Falkingham. And Keith Haley with the hard charger up 8 spots from where he started. Only had one caution for competition, caution for 2 laps, and no lead changes whatsoever. So pretty snazzy there. So without further ado, let's see if we can't get into the waiting room and grab Casey Sprinkle. I'll get Sprinkle here. There we go. Casey Sprinkle, Glad Dad, and Brandon Broadfoot in the booth. Do you got us?
Yes, sir.
You know, I want to get into this thing, and you battled all night, and looks like David Flanagan kind of pitted there and left you out there into third place. How satisfying is the third place podium here at Watkins Glen?
Pretty good. I mean, going into this race, at least doing practice, I knew I wasn't probably going to beat Falk or MTW, but glad I could beat Flanagan there. We had some good battles, and I was mostly behind him the whole time, just trying to save my stuff, especially at the end, save tires and save gas. And I figured he would maybe try to save, but he pitted, so that gave me third place, and I still had to save a little bit. I was clutching in, going to the carousel like every lap, but we'll definitely take the third place. I think that was the best position anyone besides Falk and MDW could have gotten tonight.
No doubt about it. And how did the truck feel? Did you feel any kind of transition between, when you, after the competition caution, you guys pitted, and at the end of the run, like, did it stay loose the whole time? Because, I mean, it looks like you were more sideways than straight there. You still had the speed. I don't know how, but, well, you were drifting around every corner, so it just seemed like it stayed loose the whole time.
Yeah, I would say it would. I mean, I didn't feel that much of a fall off. The lap times were definitely slower, but I was just, that last run, I was really just on a Sunday drive. I wasn't really paying attention to trying to be that fast because I knew I had third place if I didn't wreck, but it didn't feel like, it was just slow lap times, but it still felt just as loose as cold tires and then old tires. It didn't really, the handling didn't change that much for me.
Awesome, man. Well, who do you want to thank here for this third place finish? And if you got any sponsor shout outs you want to get, we'll get those and we'll send you on your way.
Brandon for putting on the race in the league, you for broadcasting, everyone for showing up tonight, and the two guys that finished in front of me for being so good.
Absolutely, man. Great job on your third place finish, and we'll see you on to Richmond. Have a good night, Casey.
Thank you.
Yep, congratulations, bud.
All right, and now you're going to get the weatherman.
Oh, yeah.
Matthew David Wood. Go ahead and get him.
Hey, MDW, it's Brendan and Glad Dad in the booth. You got us? So, the question for you is, what happened?
Well,
What happened there on
he was toying with me for the first half of the race. He just admitted it. He was toying with me for the first half. That's why I was close to him. So, just a snooze fest with 3 trucks on the lead lap. Not enjoyable at all. And embarrassing to Outlier that I'm this bad at driving a race car. That's all I gotta say.
You're not that bad at driving a race car. You got a lot to prove. Did a really good job. Do you have any handling issues? I've seen you a couple times get really close to the wall there on that second stint after the pit stops. Did you have any issues where things were getting super tight or any changes at all?
I mean, I was just slow in general. I had no rear grip for the last run, and I got a little bit of damage. I got to a lap truck. He parked it on the exit of the bus stop and just stopped in front of me and just wrecked it. So I mean, that had nothing to do with it. I was just genuinely terrible the whole race. So I don't know.
What after tonight? How do you feel going into Richmond?
Like I'm gonna finish second or third or fourth, and I'm gonna be a lap down by the end. I'm decent at Richmond, but not that good. Not as good as them. So
All right, Matt. Well,
They-
if you got any shout outs, we'll get those and we'll send you on your way.
I'll thank you for putting up with that long of a race with nothing happening, and anybody who stuck around for it. Everybody who actually showed up tonight and wasn't scared to run a road course. JSR for even putting me in here, and Outlier, Speedco. I didn't show their pace tonight. They have better pace than I do. They probably have Coke pace, and I'm just terrible. So sorry to them. They deserve better than me. But I just thank the Lord for the opportunity. Thank Him for sending Jesus Christ for me, and I'll go try to finish on the lead lap at Richmond.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll highlight you soon, and congrats on P2.
Thank you.
All right. He's humbled. It sounds like Matt is a little humbled here. I know for a fact he's good at a road course. But
yeah,
some
of the things. Yeah,
stiff competition.
oh yeah, and I think he'll turn it around next week at Richmond. I could see that happening.
And without further ado, let's get in the winner of the Watkins Glen Summer Sizzler 200, Daniel Falkingham. Daniel, how we doing?
Oh, we're doing good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. I know it's a long race, but enjoyed you leading every single lap here, running the fastest lap, and whatever, getting the pole. Um, you know, what was the key tonight? Just staying consistent? Any strategies, or just outright speed?
Yeah, the main key tonight was just trying to save fuel on that second stint because the way the comp yellow fell, it's we were having to save a little bit to make it on one stop, and some guys didn't do that and they had to pit twice. But we were able to kind of hold our track position and save fuel, and we were even pulling away while doing that as well. And I was able to save enough that second stint to where I could pit and then just go flat out the entire final run without having to save. And we saw that gap we pulled by. No MDW got caught up with traffic and stuff, but I knew, like, us having just being up front, I knew we had really good speed. I felt confident in just my driving, and we were able to get the job done tonight.
Absolutely. And last week you finished second at Charlotte, and prior to that, we're not going to talk about. Well, we'll talk about it. The bad luck that Daniel Falkingham has is astounding. I mean, you had the speed the first couple of races, but just caught up in some absolute just unfortunate events that's kind of put you behind the eight ball as far as points go. Now you're starting to, rebound here and getting some good finish. But hey, this is going to put you really close to Malik in the points going to race number 5.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had the luck, but we still finished. Like, we finished 8th, 2nd, and 2nd our first 3 races, so we still collected a lot of good points. But tonight was really the first night where we actually were able to take advantage of, like, getting bonus points and stuff. So that's good. And I know, like I said, last week we probably should have won, but I made a mistake on my part that allowed us to lose out on the leading fuel strategy. But I'm just glad tonight we could just put all the pieces together and we were able to get a win. But interested to see where this puts us in points. I know we should still be in a good spot. We should be close to the points lead, or we should be the points leader with all the bonus points we collected tonight. So we'll see what it looks like, but just happy to finally get a win. Felt like we should at least won a couple of these already, but glad we could finally get one.
Absolutely, man. Well, without further ado, who do you want to thank here for making this win possible?
Yeah, just thanks to Brandon for putting this league on. Thanks to everyone who comes out and races to make the races possible. And shout out to you for broadcasting. And shout out to everyone watching.
Absolutely, man. Great shout outs and congrats on finally getting that first win. And we'll see you in victory lane here shortly. I guarantee it.
All right. Thanks, boys. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, you too, buddy.
You too, buddy.
All right. Well, Brandon, what did you think about the race? I thought it was pretty clean. Well, actually, I thought it was really clean. It was a bit longer, I think, as we're talking to them, seeing that it was a little bit longer than they really wanted. They did it. And, the good points were paid out tonight because some of the other guys didn't show up. So there's going to be a lot of flip-flopping in the points. I don't even know, honestly, what it's going to look like until you get the points, kind of situated here. But what'd you think about it?
I'm curious as well what the points will look like after tonight. A lot of these guys who didn't show up are big names. You got Tristan Bruce, Jeff Merck, a lot of guys that are in the top 10. We're going to see how far they fall after tonight's race. There's some guys that, could just, hold their head up high. The way they finished, they took advantage of it. I mean,
yeah,
the first part of the race for me was fun and boring, kind of, as MDW said, but, was able to get taken out. I'm not going to blame Ed Osborne. Things happen. But being able to come in the booth and do a little broadcast with you on the second part of the race was pretty fun as well. So, and I got a top 11th place finish. So
yeah,
we'll use that for points for next week. And, I could see next week in Richmond's going to be pretty high intense because it's halfway mark and we really only got 4 races. You think about it, because we eliminate one of the weeks and just doubled it up for Talladega. So, and a lot of these guys, back of their mind, 4 weeks, that's not a lot of time. So you're gonna do everything you possibly can to be in the top 12. So bonus points matter. They're going to matter going into the end of the season. So but yeah, it was an exciting race. You're going to get that at Watkins Glen or any real course races, but we do have one more on the schedule, and that's the race before the championship race. So, and I'll be out west in good old Sonoma.
Oh yeah, I love that track as well. Well, it was an absolute honor having the league owner in here and my boss on Friday nights in here in the booth, calling a fantastic show. If you decide next week that you don't want to race, you want to be in the broadcast booth, we'll put Mike McKinnon in the car. You come up here
yeah.
and broadcast the show with me. Hey, I'm good either way. But thank you for hopping in here and giving me something to talk about. I normally just talk to myself, usually. But anyway,
it was definitely fun getting up in the booth. I'm not, good with it, but Mike definitely is higher up on me on the broadcasting standards. So if anybody, definitely have him in the booth with you, because he does a great job as
absolutely.
well.
Love me some Mike McKinnon for sure.
Oh, Magic Mike, I love it.
Yep. All right. Well, hey, we won't keep you. We're gonna close this show down. Actually, you can close it down with me here. We're gonna be back Monday for Outcast Motorsports Half Moon Designs Next Gen Series race number 2. Definitely want to mix that at Phoenix. That'll be the next time we stream here on Twitch with Outcast Motorsports Network. So with that being said, thank you to everyone who showed up tonight and showed out in the chat for Synergy Elite Truck Summer Series. I'm Glad Dad here with Brandon Broadfoot, the league owner, and reminding you to stay fast, stay clean, and as always, it's okay to be an outcast. We'll see you next time, guys. Take it easy, and good night.
Have a good night.